Hello everybody and welcome to Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading, I'm going to be asking for messages for you from the other realms. Now from the other realms, I'm really meaning from anywhere and from any beings who are not three-dimensional. Okay, so there will be three groups to choose from. And please take your time, use your intuition to select which group or groups, there might be more than one, which resonates with you the most. So if you were to pick group one, you'll be selecting the pile with this lovely amethyst pyramid. For group two, it will be the chalice. And for group three, it will be the clear quartz generator. Please also remember that these are timeless readings, so you can really view them anytime and they'll be relevant as to when you view them. And also remember that they are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do like what you see, I do offer personal readings as well if you follow the link below. And please remember to like, share, subscribe and leave a comment if you wish to do so. Alright, so thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you at your readings. Goodbye. Hello group one and welcome to your reading. You chose the amethyst pyramid and this reading will be about messages from the other realms for you. Okay, so please I'd like to get first of all a sense of what this message or collection of messages is for people in group one, please. So what is this messages, please? Higher realms for people in group one. What is the message or messages you have for them, please? Right. So we have the Sustainer. Okay. And I'm looking at this card and what I see, I'm just getting the word gift that is coming through. And also the word resources. So what this energy or what this message is saying is for you to focus on what resources you have at the moment. Because within the resources, you have access to hidden gifts. Okay, and you can see from this image, there is actually what looks like to me is almost like an eye or an iris. And it's a purple iris, which is interesting as well. And we have a lot of purple here with lights in them. So I'm feeling from this group that you have some sort of, possibly some downloads that are coming through to you directly from these other realms. The reason why I'm saying this is that we have a lot of purple and indigo, really talking about energy that's coming through your third eye and also your crown chakra. So this is really being open to them energies that are coming through. I also see a lot of darkness here. I see the two hands there around this ball that is, to me, is something really, really precious. So I feel that you are working on something at the moment. And what this message is saying is that the energies, what they're saying, the realms, what they're saying is they want you to keep working on what it is you're working and building up your resources, because at the end of that is a gift. With this darkness I see here, I really feel that a lot of you might feel that you're in the dark about this and that you probably can't see a future at the moment, or at least a clear future in what you are doing in what you're building. So for some of you, this might be a business. For others, it might be a career or something, or a project or something that you're really, really focusing on and starting to build from the foundations and upwards. So I feel at the moment, some of you might have got to a stage where you've really, accessed or acquired a great deal of success, but now you're thinking of how to sustain it long term, and you feel a bit in the dark about that. For others of you, I feel that they're kind of these messages, they're kind of giving you the heads up really to say, before you really go full out with this project or with whatever it is you're trying to really develop, that really look at your resources and to plan ahead on how you're going to sustain this long term. So we could be talking about, things to do with financial, to sustain this financially, especially with the current climate. So it might be worth some of you actually looking at different innovative ways of developing your resources or your finances. Maybe seeing avenues where you didn't think before that you would be able to get financial resources from. So looking at new ways, new innovative ways of doing that and what that will do. And the reason I'm saying innovative, I'm really, really looking at this purple colour. So I really think you need to open up to the really the higher realms. So really looking beyond the veil, really thinking outside the box, looking into the dark. And what will happen is the key to what you're asking, how you can sustain what you are doing, will come through really, really clearly. And for a lot of you who are feeling this reading, it would be something quite different and quite unexpected. But it's almost like the key is being unlocked. And this is what the gift that the higher realms have for you, this message. So wow, powerful start, group 1. So I'm going to get some information now from the tarot about this message. Some information for people who chose the Amethyst Pyramid for group 1, please. So higher realms, what is the message or messages you have for them? It's funny, I'm thinking out of the box, thinking of ways to sustain it, looking at different avenues to sustain a project or something you've got your mind set on. And I'm seeing a box here, a box. So it's thinking outside of that, because what I'm seeing outside of this box is a very, very small space. But outside of it, again, we've got these colours associated with the higher chakras, but also you can ground. What it's about is grounding these higher energies and bringing them to something to earth. It looks like he's got a stone or something he's making. He could be doing a piece of pottery. This is metaphorically representing it. So you can ground it into something tangible. So what are the messages? So we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords. Wow. Followed by the Six of Cups. And what I instantly saw by looking at these cards is that the answer was there all along. The answer's always been there all along. And if you follow that track of thinking, you will actually get to the key of what this message is trying to say. And I believe that this message or this knowledge of how to sustain whatever it is you're doing, it could be even a way of life. You're not able to see a way forward at the moment. So definitely could be to do with something with finances or creative ideas. But this gift has been given to you a long time ago, which I'm seeing with the Six of Cups. So I think is quite something historical. And I also think the other meaning of this is that when you find out what this gift is, how you sustain it, then it's almost feels like something that has been troubling you for a long time since childhood. Maybe a sense of you not feeling safe, not feeling grounded, maybe not able to support yourself or your loved ones as much as you would like. So that sense of kind of insecurity that takes us back to when we were a child. That's what I'm feeling from this card. But I'm also feeling from this card, there's a sense that you need to open up to other possibilities, like the child does before all of our kind of sensible, even in the box thinking comes through. So open up to childlike wonder. And also the first card we have is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is about really understanding clear messages or clear thoughts that you're thinking. And the Page of Swords is also a messenger. So obviously these are the suits of swords, which is to do with air, which is the elements of air, obviously, which is to do with our mental space. So it's really important that your mental space is clear and you're able to think clearly and be open to the different kinds of messages that will come through to you from the higher realms, because by doing that, they'll become much more clear. As we have the Ace of Swords, aces are to do with beginnings. So it feels that there's a new beginning for you. In terms of sustaining a way of life or something you've really got your heart. Possibly you could have your heart set in something you really wanted to do from a very, very young age. But now you've been given the tools in order to how to do this. And the tools really are how you think about things. So what it's about, I feel that it's getting rid a lot of the old restrictive self-analysis, which, it's good obviously to critique ourselves and what we're doing, because it gauges and it helps us to improve. But sometimes we can overdo that. We can over-analyze ourselves, and this can put us in a state of perpetual stillness. We can't move forward anymore. So what this is saying, it's time to clear that, think outside of the box, and the messages and that clear thinker will come through to you very, very quickly. And there'll be a nice flow, a nice mental flow will come through, and you'll start to understand the messages that you are receiving from the higher realms regarding this. So I'd like to get a clarifier for the Six of Cups, please. So other realms, please can you explain more the Six of Cups to people in group 1, please? Okay, the Queen of Wands. So the first word that comes to me when I see this combination is magic. Not magic necessarily in the sense of performing magic, but really about living like you are, really living a magical life. Okay, and again, when we match with these lovely, esoteric, very high vibrational colours, this really, it's almost like you had your heart set on something a very long time ago, but it actually involved really putting yourself out there, as we have with the Queen of Wands. This is what she does, which is what she does. She's very, very self-confident. She puts herself out there. She's bold. She doesn't care what other people think. And she just presents herself. She's able to actually take up her space, and she's able to express herself really clearly to those around you. And I feel, because this is coupled with the Six of Cups, that this might have been an issue for you for a long time in regards to how you express yourself. You might have been quite muddled in your thinking, and sometimes you found it difficult to get the right words to explain what it is you wanted to say, express, what it is you wanted to do or create as well. So this, to me, is where the healing comes through for you. It's healing something from your past that's made you feel quite vulnerable as a child, made you feel quite in the box and not able to express yourself. But now what they're saying is time to think clearly and to express yourself to the world. There's something really valuable that you need to give to the rest of the world. It's been given to you already a long time ago, but now it's time to clear your mind and it's time to recognize what is coming through for you. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go to this deck, since we're talking about kind of inner child gifts, I would say. A way of nurturing and really bringing out your inner child. Is really coming strong through this reading, and this will help you to sort of think outside the box and think really clearly. Okay, the message, please. What's also interesting, just notice that the colours here actually match the colours of this amethyst pyramid, and it's also infused with a lot of gold glitter, and obviously we have the gold here. A gold colour of vibrancy, of luck, of feeling lucky as well. We have here light language. Okay, so number 6, so we've got 6 of Cups, so 6, and obviously to do with harmony. Things come together in a state of harmony in numerology. So universal language of oneness, of love. Listen with your heart. Yes, it's really saying it's time to open up that heart space now. And when you do that, that fire, that passion will start to come through. And then when you listen with your heart, you really get into grips of what, it's almost like you're nurturing that inner child part of yourself. You're doing what you always wanted to do, what your inner child wanted. And that is you really healing your heart. And then you're able to think more clearly. The mind isn't taken over in a really negative way. It's starting to think clearly as you're connected with the heart and also the higher chakras as well. Okay, lovely start. So what I'm going to do now, I would like to ask you, please, other realms, what advice do you have for people in group 1, please? How should they respond to these messages that you were giving them, please? Okay. So here we have the Page of Wands with another messenger, but this is the messenger of the mind. Now we have the messenger of that firepower. Fire is to do with energy, it's to do with doing, it's to do with physical vitality. So I'm seeing here the physical vitality is really what you need to focus on. It's actually getting your body as well in a state of, as fit as you can make it, really. Because what this will help to do, if your vessel is as fit as as you'd like to make it, you are now able to bring in the new energies and healing energies, and also that passion will start to return. Wow. And then we have the sun. We were talking about the inner child here. So I'm seeing a lot of heat from this card, and this heat is really all that passion, all that love for things you used to do. It's time to now clear a space, clear a mental space to allow this new youthful energy in. And sun as well is a very masculine energy. So what they wanted to do is really start to, in whichever way you want to do, I feel. So yes, it's easier said than done to say project yourself and present yourself to the world, go out there. But this means different things to different people. So I think, I feel for a lot of you, do whatever feels comfortable for you. It could be little steps, it could be big steps. It could be even venturing out of the house, talking to somebody new, anything like that. But all these are little steps that actually become big steps. They all build up to a picture and help to revitalize you. And then we have, wow, the Page of Swords has come in again. So the Messenger of Air has come in again. So now what's happened is you've renewed your energy supply, your energy reserves. You've got much more closer to your inner child. And now the Page of Swords has come in to say, yes, your mind is much more clear now. Now you can focus. And also, as of all pages, of all the elements, the pages are very, very youthful energies. They're very young compared to the other court cards. So there's a real sense of newness here. So, for example, some things you could possibly think about is thinking of ways that would connect you to your inner child. Feeling possibly, more playful, or even doing things, creating things. It could be, going for a walk, going for a run, really enjoying yourself with friends, undertaking any hobbies that make you feel free, that make you feel like you're not doing something that you have to do. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it is. It could be drawing, art, writing, could be watching particular things on TV that you really like, binge watching binge watching that particular box set, just doing things that are not tied down and not associated with doing sensible things in the adult world. And what I feel this will do is this will start to open up your perceptions. You'll start to think more clearly because you've been opened up outside of the box. Your heart space is being opened. Make them connections with the physical world, and this will open you up to so much more. Could be even walks in nature. Could be anything that resonates with you. There's no correct answer. It's what you want to do. That's the whole point of this. Okay. So I'm going to go for this Dragon Energy deck, I think it's called. Okay. So what can people in Group 1 do, please, to respond to this message so that they really get the best out of it? Okay. Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Okay, so yeah, I think when you connect to your inner child, you start to really connect to an energy of love that transcends what we normally associate with that. So it's almost like you're tapping into universal love. You're actually more closer to source. You're more closer to the divine. And what this does enable you to access you to high levels of joy, high levels of freedom. More hope comes in. Your heart is being healed. Okay, and also, if you notice, these colours were mixing the energy of fire, which you have the Page of Wands, the Sun, and the Queen of Wands. This fire energy is being mixed with the lilac energy, almost like the purple flame, that kind of purple flame energy, which is very, very high frequency energy that they want you to start to get access to, because this will open you up to much more possibilities as well. And I'd like one more card, please. So I'm going to go back to this deck, I think. So one more card, please. One more word of advice for people in Group 1. as to how they can respond in the best way to this message or these messages you have for them from the higher realms. Wow, purity. Number one, you are pure, open spiritual eyes. Yes, and to open them spiritual eyes, it's time to purify all them thoughts in the mind, the things that have been making you feel kind of really, really weighed down in the past, not able to go forward. What you're doing, you're purifying it. It's almost like the sun is burning through, burning away all that really dense negative energy that a lot of us do hold and we bring through us, because you're connecting to the inner child. The inner child, you know, will believe in all sorts of things. They believe in unicorns or anything else, which is what this card is about. And we have this lovely green healing energy around the white energy of the lovely white unicorn as well. This will really help you to open up spiritually. You'll start to become more purified, and then you'll start to think out of the box. And then this is where you'll see avenues or resources that you never really knew existed before, because your eyes and your heart have been opened. You've been purified. And this is what they're aiming to work you towards. And, you know, this isn't about a one-hit wonder. This is about sustaining you. This is about a life choice as well. This is what this message is about from the other realms. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Group 1. Thank you so much for watching. A very, very lovely, very, very interesting reading. Okay, all the best and goodbye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Chalice, and your reading will be about what messages are there for you from the other realms. So what messages do the other realms have for you, Group 2? Okay, so I'd like to know, other realms, please tell me what is the nature of the message or messages that you have for people in Group 2, please. Okay, so we have the kiss. Okay. So what I'm instantly seeing behind this card is the picture of an eclipse. So something is being eclipsed. Well, it looks like the sun is being eclipsed, and there's all grey around it, and there's a dark globe with a pair of hands in connection with each other, and we have the kiss. What I instantly thought when shuffling was that there's a decision that a lot of you might need to make. Now, this could be regarding a relationship or something, or some commitment you need to make about another person. But I feel for a lot of you that there's something that needs to be revealed before you make that decision. So it's almost like you need to find out something more. And this is what I see, because I saw a lot of fog and a lot of clouds kind of obstructing the message that was coming through. So I'm seeing that behind this dark, it's almost like not necessarily dark in the terms of being something negative, but what I'm seeing is something very, very dimly lit. Okay, and it's a need for you to remove this, metaphorically, obviously, remove something. Could be a belief system you have or a view of a situation, because you need to see behind it. You need to see the light behind it. And what the light is doing, the light is revealing some sort of truth that wasn't really known to you, first of all. This will give you a lot of information and will make things much more illuminated. It will expand your view of the situation, and you will be able to take a much more informed decision. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I would like to know, please, from the tarot, what is your message, please, or messages for people in Group 2, please, who chose the Chalice. And we have have the Lovers here. So this definitely could be to do with some sort of relationship with somebody. It doesn't have to be platonic. I feel it doesn't have to be like romantic, which I feel it is in a lot of cases. But for some of you, it could be just some sort of connection you have with somebody. Could be a twin flame, it could be a soulmate, anything like that. What's interesting as well is that we have the masculine energy of the Lovers and we have the feminine, which represents our unconscious or our subconscious, and the subconscious is able to see what lies beyond the physical, what lies beyond. This light has been thrown through. What this light will do, energetically, you'll be opened up to much higher frequency, and this will actually enable you to access the truth much more. And it's interesting, we have the Kiss, we have the Lovers, and also we have the Chalice. This is definitely something to do with your heart space, definitely something to do with healing. There's some sort of darkness, could be to do with perceptions that you need to really work with and kind of remove or move out of the way so you can see the truth behind it. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, okay. And it's interesting, we have a sort of eclipse here. We have the Moon going in front of the Sun, okay? So there's some sort of occlusion or illusion. That's what I'm seeing here, illusion. And then we have the Fool. Wow, okay. It almost looks like this Queen of Pentacles, she's holding something, which is a gift, a real gift. And she's seen it as something really, really precious. But also what I'm seeing, she's really studying it a lot. She's really studying it. And when you study something, you start to see the truth in it. So again, this could be a situation that's clouding, or a way of looking at things is clouding your judgment at the moment. And what happens is we fall in line with energies that can be quite negative. For example, the Moon, in its lowest polarity, it can be do with deception. It can do with illusion, and obviously our fears. So I feel there's a sense that you need to go beyond. You need to almost embrace this Moon energy, to look through your fears, look at something that you didn't want to face. And what this will do, this will start to reveal the sun, reveal this light, something new and refreshing. But also there's a sense of a new beginning here, okay? A new beginning, a new light of hope, really, and of clarity. Wow. Okay, so these are really, really positive cards. You've got the Queen of Pentacles and you've got the Fool as well. So it's definitely, there's a sense that you really, really need to study this. Whatever this decision is, study the information, get to look deeper through the situation, embody the energy of the Moon, rely on your senses. A lot of you in this group might be quite really in tune with your psychic senses as well. So really embody that energy. Start to look at what your heart is feeling, not just what your mind is feeling. Remember, we have the Chalice here, we have the Cup, we have the Kiss, we have the Lovers as well. So it's really tuning with your heart energy. What is your intuition saying to you? What is your heart saying to you about this situation? Okay, and then all of it will start to be revealed. So I'd like to know more, please, about the Moon card. So other realms, please, can you give me information about the Moon card, please? Okay, right, so by you really kind of facing that fear, having the courage to look beyond illusion and to see the truth, the real truth behind things, what will happen is you'll start to receive. You'll start to receive gifts of knowledge, possibly abundance as well. So it doesn't have to be, a relationship with somebody. It could be a view in a situation that you hadn't seen in a particular way before, and now you're kind of treasuring it. So it could be to do with abundance, it could be to do with new information, something that's going to help you move forward. And it's almost been like you're being kissed, really, from spirit. It's like you're being connected to that frequency of love, and that's starting to come through to you. You're starting to receive, finally, and balance here is starting to be restored. Because what you've done, you've actually used your intuition to get the answers that you want. And now, because you have these answers, you're feeling much more refreshed. You're feeling much more open. And also, I'm talking about the heart space. Obviously, his position, he's very, very open. His heart is open. There's a sense of being renewed, embarking on a new adventure. Okay, whether this be with a particular person or whether it not be with a particular person, the point of this is that you really, before you decide on something, really study it and look at all aspects. Okay, it's really important. Right, so what I'd like to know now, I would like to get some more knowledge about this. So I'm going to go to this deck. So Spirit. So connect me to the high realms, please, for people in group 2. What more information do you have for them about these messages from the higher realms, please? Observe. Okay, and we have the owl as well. The owl has the all-seeing eyes. You mostly see them, or they fly around or they perch themselves. They on trees during the night time as well. Again, we have the moon. So loving eyes see all. Equanimity. See the truth. Step back. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of stepping back and allowing yourself, before you rush into something, is really to observe every part of the situation. And this will open you up to all the different energies, all that knowledge. And you kind of have it. I'm looking at the owl now, and his heart space, as you can see, is lit up here as well. So it's not just connecting with your third eye, your crown chakra. What's really important a lot with psychic connection is really working on that heart space. The heart is a bridge between the upper chakras and the lower chakras as well. By connecting with your heart, you'll be able to really open up your intuition. You will get to see all sides of a situation. Wow. Okay. Love it. Right, so I'm going to ask now from the tarot, so other realms, for people in group 2, what advice do you have for them? What sort of things can they do? What actions can they take? Or how should they respond to this message or messages that you have for them, please? So we have the 6 of Wands, followed by the 4 of Wands, okay. Followed by the 9 of Wands. Wow, okay, so this is all the suit of fire, which is to do with energy and doing. But what's really interesting, you've got this real energy. What I'm sensing in this respect is that this person is fighting a lot of battles. They're still on top, they're fighting through. They have the higher ground, but also there's all these sticks, and we don't know where, we don't know who is holding these ones, if anybody. Okay, so it's almost like you feel at the moment that you're fighting a lot of almost, it could be imaginary foes, it might not be imaginary foes, but definitely there's a lot of obstacles that you feel around you, energetic obstacles. And what I'm feeling from this 9 of Wands, and this is making you very tired, very tired physically and emotionally as well. And what this tiredness is doing is making you feel more weary. And obviously when that happens, you are less in a position to observe, as we have here with this lovely still hour energy. You're less able to observe. And this moon, or this dark moon, will always be in front of the sun. You will never be able to access the truth. So the middle thing here, the middle card I should say, is the 4 of Wands. So 4 is about stability in numerology. It's about stability. It's about balance. We have a structure here that's solid. We have an energy here as well of celebration, okay, coming together. So what I feel here in this instance, because of the Lovers card on the bottom of the original deck, I really feel that this really is unifying your consciousness, or your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. I'm seeing the conscious mind with the colour red, the grounded aspect of ourselves, what we're seeing in reality, what we're thinking, and that blue, that lovely, the subconscious mind, our intuition, what are our feelings saying to us? This is about getting a healthy balance between them as well. I'm also getting a sense that it's time for you to rest. Whatever you're doing energetically is not serving you. You might have a lot of, your attention might be in a lot of different places, and I see a lot of stress from these energies. So it's time for really, I think it's time now, as it said, as this particular card said, is to step back. Did it say yes? It did. Step back. You need to step back and really have the higher view. And then you can see everything that is around you. You can see all aspects of the situation. Okay. Interesting. I want to know more about these two cards, higher realms or other realms. More information, please, about the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands for people in group 2, please, who chose the Chalice. What can they do to respond to these messages you have for them from the other realms? So here we have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it's interesting we have two number 4s. And both of these number 4s, the 4 again is about stability, feeling grounded and feeling safe and feeling protected. It also looks like and really focused to this middle pentacle you can see, and it's actually in front of this person's heart space. So I get a sense that you need to really start connect through that, remove the obstacle from your heart space, really connect. This King of Pentacles, as you can see here, is a very, very different energy to the Seven of Wands. He's much more relaxed. He's very sure of himself. He's relaxed in his surroundings. He feels abundant. He's able to see what is around him as well. So it's about embodying that energy of feeling relaxed, taking up that space on the earth, being in that position where you are still and you can observe. Okay, rather than just doing actions all the time. Because sometimes by doing that, if we're constantly doing and doing and doing, we don't see all sides of the situation. We need that time and space just to step back and observe before we take any future actions. Because if we don't, we'll always be in this energy of the Nine of Wands where we're just feeling on this low polarity, that we're feeling just wrung out and we're feeling tired and we're feeling negative about a situation. Okay. Right, interesting. So, I'm going to use this deck now. More information about what actions people in group 2 can take, please, about these messages you have for them, higher realms. Rainbow Dragon brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Yes, this is celebration, this Four of Wands. It's about joy, about fun. So have trust. Rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, accept opportunities. And obviously you can't do this if you're fighting and fighting all the time, because what this is doing, this is increasing these clouds. Again, we have the sun here. As you can see in this card, these clouds are starting to be removed because this dragon is all about this lovely heart energy. This heart, having this heart energy, this heart expanded, this heart chakra energy expanded, you're connected to all the spectrum. We have this rainbow energy here, all the colors of the universe, basically, all the spectrums of light that you are opened up to. Okay, so one last card, please. One last word of advice for people in group 2. And what I'm seeing, I'm looking at this Kiss card, right? What I see is that I get the sense of you going through the darkness, exploring through the darkness. But as you can see, there's a hand holding this person. It's like someone is holding your hand as you go through. And I feel like these are the spirits or your spirit guides that reside in the other realms. They're with you. You're not alone when you're going through this journey. When you're working through, going through illusion, dispelling illusions, finding out what the truth is. You are being supported when you go through this. And then we have forgiveness. Wow. Okay. So number 9, we have see bigger picture, trust and heal. Yes, definitely trust and heal. As we have here in the Four of Wands, And we have this lovely sun energy again, but we have a face in the sun, or the sun has become a face that's very, very calm, tranquil. There's a lovely peace of mind to this. And we have what looks like a clear sky that is really glowing. It's glowing with energy, with vitality, but also calmness. Okay, and we have these butterflies as well on her back. This is about, I feel it's a lot about transformation for you. Understand that you are going through a transformation that is helping you to see the bigger picture. Okay, it's time to trust again. There's not necessarily all these energies and things that are against you. It's time to see beyond that. Okay, and this will open you up to much higher, much more loving energies as well that have always been there, but they will just open you up to much more. And you'll be able to actually notice and really see situations and people for what they are. Okay, you see through the illusion of the moon, and then you start to get a real sense of what what is right for you. Okay, who is worthy of you, what situations are worthy of you, and then you can go on, make a fresh start, be that person who is like really the inner child is coming through. You're starting on a new adventure. Okay. Wow. Okay. But yeah, this is either, I think for some of you, this could be with another person, or it could be some kind of self-exploration as well. That's also coming through strongly, self-exploration. And really it's about forgiving. It could be forgiving yourself, which I feel is strongly coming through, as well as forgiving other people. So this will mean different things to each of you. So again, just take what resonates for you, what is coming through for you in this reading. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. A very, very powerful reading. And goodbye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely big piece of clear quartz, this clear quartz generator. And this reading will be about messages that are here for you from the other realms. So what messages are there for you from the other realms? What do the other realms have to say to you, Group 3? Okay, so now I'm connecting to the other realms for Group 3. So other realms, Group 3, what message or messages do you have for them, please? What message? Oh, that's too many. Okay. So what messages do you have for them for Group 3, please? Okay. So we have the Lover. Okay. Now, what I instantly thought when shuffling these cards, Group 3, I got the image of somebody working the plough or working the fields, and they were really, really downing tools. Okay, they were downing tools, and they were just having a rest, having a break, having a drink, which is funny. I got the like a bottle of water presented as well. The name Buxton on it, which is a brand of water as well, a bottled water. And it's about having a drink, having replenishment as well. And it's funny, when I was shuffling these cards, them cards just flipped out. It's almost like I get a sense that somebody is just dropping tools. They've had enough, they just need a break at the moment. Okay. Interesting at the Lover. So I'm seeing there's some sense of you really finding your inner beauty as well. But it could also be connecting you to a significant other. But in order to do that, you just need to have that real rest. Give yourself rest at the moment. Let yourself enjoy. Just enjoy life. Have a bit of recuperation. And then we've got these lovely, this golden light coming through, and we have this swan emerging. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there's a situation that's possibly quite dense and quite dark at the moment for you. But there's a sense that by you just relaxing, then what's going to happen is it's going to open out. The situation is going to open out. The energy will expand. A lot more love and everything will come your way because you're in that sense of allowing it. And it's almost like your true, beautiful self. Not just in, obviously, physically, we're talking on all levels. Will start to come through. It's almost like you'll start to radiate something to other people. Your energy will start to radiate to other people, and you'll start to attract, possibly for some of you, the kind of people and relationships that you deserve as well. Okay, so I'd like a bit of tarot about this. So, the people in group 3 who chose the clear quartz, please can I have some information, please, higher realms? What do you mean? What is it you want to say to them? Okay, what messages do you have for group 3? Right, so we have the King of Swords, followed by the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Cups. Wow. So this, to me, this is a conclusion card. This is you having a real sense. It could be kind of a romantic other person for some of you. It could be really you opening up and you're sort of to attract the kind of partner that you want. For some of you as well, it could be a closer connection to spirit as well, to spirit, to your guides, almost to your higher, almost to your higher self as well. So because you're connecting on that frequency of love, and I'm seeing a lot of self-love coming here. I think there's a sense of you actually recognizing your inner beauty. Okay, and this to me, I'm seeing King of Swords, and what instantly came to me was the word boundaries. Possibly it's about you setting clear boundaries of what you will accept and what doesn't serve you. Okay, so that's really important. So being really clear about what energies you want from other people, and just having a break sometimes from them energies, and that will help you to recuperate and to start to flourish within yourself. And these are the goods, really. For want of a better term, the goods will start to come through for you from spirit. And this is Pentacles. This is in a very practical way in terms of what you can see and feel and hear on the earth plane. It will start to become more apparent to you. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to get some more information about the King of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, please, for people in group 3, the messages that you have for them from the other realms. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups, followed by the Hanged Man. Okay, now what's interesting is I was seeing an image of someone really, really working hard. They're ploughing the fields. It was a very old-fashioned image, actually. The person in the image almost looked like the page of Pentacles. He was jumping from the plough and he was throwing down his tools. He's saying, "I need some water. I need to refresh myself." And this is what this Hanged Man energy is all about. It's actually starting to stop in your tracks. And when you stop in your tracks and you stop doing and working so hard, whether this be on a relationship with somebody or whether this be on something that's causing you resistance, basically, what will happen is you'll start to see things from a different perspective, which is what this Hanged Man is all about. Obviously he's hanging upside down. Because he's hanging upside down, you can see things in a very different way. This is all about also the energy of surrendering. And is also, if we're talking about the law of attraction, the most important step in the law of attraction is when you start to allow things to come through, things that will benefit you, things that you want to come through in your life. This is that state of allowance, that state of surrendering, that state of not resisting, not putting up that fight as much as you need to. And as you can see, this is coming down in a very, very tangible way for you. But it's that sense that you need to really stop in your tracks and really have that rest, have that space to think, have that space to feel as well. Really important. Because I feel that some of you as well, I'm looking at the King of Swords, which is really to me about setting mental boundaries, being clear about what you want, what you will accept in your mind, being clear to other people as well. Obviously without hurting or affecting, upsetting them, but just being clear, being assertive yourself. This is what this card in your aspect is all about for me. It's about being assertive and being clear-minded, okay, and not accepting anything less for yourself. And again, we have these, you know, I get a sense for a lot of you, you might be going through some period of grief possibly, or just really disappointment, feeling a bit heartbroken, feeling a bit dissolute, I would say. As you can see, you have these 3 cups that are spilled. But also, if you look behind the man in the 5 of cups, there are 2 cups that have not been spilled. So there are other opportunities and other things available to you. And if you look around as well, there's 2, which matches also the number 2 with the 2 of cups. So there is a new way for you if you only kind of trust in spirit, trust in the process, which is what the Hanged Man energy is about. The Hanged Man is also a very esoteric house. It's number 12, so we're talking about the 12th house. It's about really being open to other possibilities, other ideas, other energies. It's really giving you more information, basically, about yourself and about the things you want and about the things that you deserve, I would say. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to get some oracle cards about this. So I'm going to go for this deck, I think, first. The Lemurian Starchild deck. So, other realms, please, can you give me more information, the people in group 3, about the messages you have for them, please? I can see in this reading, there's a lot of you, I think this is to do with self-love and your connection with your higher self, loving yourself. And for some of you as well, it could be talking about love with another person. Or it could be a mixture of both as well. And often the two things go together as well. So we have Family of Light. Okay, so I'm going to sense here this is you connecting possibly to your soul family. We're talking, you know, on a spiritual level. So we have 11, very spiritual number in numerology. We have signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdom. Wow, okay. And this is what will happen to you. What they're saying is, if you to stop, as I say again, stop in your tracks, just give yourself that time, let yourself be replenished energetically, mentally as well. Giving yourself that time and giving yourself that space, then you will be connected and you'll start to be, you'll get these signs and guidance from spirit, from the other realms. They are always there to give you this guidance, and this will start to come through. And you can see here, by him hanging upside down and seeing things from a new perspective, it's almost like with this purple colour that he's accessing different dimensions, things that are not really tangible and obvious in the 3D, you'll be able to actually get access to things that are not tangible. They'll start to become more clear to you. You can see his upper chakras lighting up, you know, his throat, his third eye, his crown chakra is all lighting up with this new knowledge, this new guidance, support as well. So you will start to receive signs. Your intuition will be much more heightened as well. Okay. And I see there's a lot of recuperation here. We have a human, what looks like they're doing yoga or something. But what I'm seeing is their chakras are lining up and they're connecting from the ground. Also, what's interesting, the sacral solar plexus, everything is really lighting up, but it's coming from a very, very high place. It's coming from the other realms, but it's just giving itself that time and space to do that. Okay. Wow. Okay, so what I want to know now, I would like to know, what advice do you have for people in group 3? What actions can they take, or how should they respond to these messages that you have for them, please? It's almost like I'm getting the words, you know, take a rest, and then your inner light or your inner beauty will start to become more obvious to you. Wow, and we have the star here, which is really about downloading all these lovely things. Something new, something that needs to be nurtured, really. Okay, something about yourself that needs to be nurtured. So then we have Knight of Wands. So this is all about, this to me is about passion for what you like, passion for what you want to do. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, a sense that you are tapping into. Remember I mentioned the Lord of Attraction. You are tapping into that space. You were able to connect with the other dimensions and pull things through to the three-dimensional, which is what we have here with the Earth card, the Six of Pentacles. Gifts and things like that, and relationships, whatever it is that you want will start to come through for you, but you need to get on the right frequency. That's what's the most important thing. And as I said, I think about it being group 2 and group 1. It's just really focused on the heart chakra, expanding that heart chakra, really opening it up, and that will connect you to these other dimensions and connect you to the right path. And then we have 8 of Cups. So I see somebody really going along on their spiritual journey. There's a real sense of calmness here, a real sense of acceptance, a real sense of letting go of things that no longer serve you. Energies, thoughts, anything like that. Setting your own boundaries, bringing in what you want. And then on your journey, it is a spiritual journey, what you're going through, what you're traveling on, you'll start to find the answers. There's a lot of different caverns and pathways here that this walker has to decide which way to go. But your way is always lit up. Here you have the moon as well. They're lighting your path for you. This is almost, to me, signifying the other realms and lighting a pathway for you. Through your soul journey, through your life journey, really. They're lighting the way. And the moon is also about your intuition. Your intuition is really important here. It's giving yourself that space to really heighten it, really rely on what your feelings are saying. And passion is really, really important. This will also start to build up your passion for what you like, what you enjoy, and you'll start to attract it. And you won't feel like you're struggling and working so hard anymore. You'll start to bring through the things that you want, and you'll be able to accept them and let go of the things that you don't want. Okay, so I'd like to get another card for the Wheel of Fortune, please. I'm going to use this deck, I think. So other realms, any more information, please, about the Wheel of Fortune card for people in group 3, please. Page of Swords. Right, so the Page of Swords, a messenger of the mind, all about clarity, clear thinking. What this is saying to me is that when you connect to these other dimensions, these other, this could be through meditating. It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be anything that makes you feel more connected to yourself, to your higher self. It could be walks in nature. If you don't have access to nature, it could just be, basically just being outside, just being outside of the environment, just absorbing different energies. It could be anything like, gardening, cultivating a plant, helping to grow. There's all sorts of things that will connect you to that sense of yourself. It could be anything you like doing as well, anything you enjoy doing, anything it could be listening to a lovely piece of music, anything that puts you in that state of really surrendering and opening up to these other energies, this other wisdom, and these other ways of going forward, which will be much more clear for you. And what this will do, this will open you up. Your beauty will start to emerge. Your inner beauty will start to come out. And yes, we're talking about the law of attraction here. You will start to attract people, situations, anything that you want on the earth plane much more easily. It's almost like you're tapping into the universal flow of consciousness, the universal flow of the universe as well. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go to this Dragon Oracle deck. More information, please, for people in group 3. What steps can they take to respond to these messages from the other realms, please? Gold and silver, violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. And when I'm getting the word grace, I just get a sense of stillness, carrying yourself, not let anyone, sway you or move you from your path. You were on that path of self-discovery. This dragon's holding a red butterfly. Butterflies are all about transformation as well. He's wearing a red cloak, as you can see, in his spiritual journey, in the Eight of Cups as well. We have the violet color as well, which is all to do with our crown chakra. But yeah, what this will do, this will burn up all them energies that no longer serve you, that have really made you feel in that Five of Cups energy. Your energy will start to ascend. It will start to purify as well, which is beautiful. Okay, so one last card, please, for people in group 3. About the message or messages you have for them, please. And what is it you want them to do to respond to it? How should they respond to it? What practical things can they do? Or any actions that they can take? Heaven on earth. Lovely. Okay. So we have here the number 11. Again, we have the number 11 here. So a master number in numerology. Very, very spiritual number. So it says here, all are invited, including yourself, obviously. 5th dimension, so we're rising above the 3D. New earth, spirit in matter. Okay, this is matter. This is things you can actually see, and spirit comes through in many different forms. Spirit can come through in the things that you experience, the things that you love, the people you love, the things you enjoy, and it's having that belief, having that knowing that you can attract and bring in anything you want on the earth plane. And that is when you start to do that and you start to see the evidence of this, you know that you're in that state of surrendering. You're in that state of allowing all the good things to come to you. You're connected to the flow of abundance, the flow of the universe. Okay, so a lovely reading to finish. Thank you very much, Group 3. I hope you liked that. Okay, so thank you again and goodbye.